And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. Now a first carry from Melvin Gordon. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Throwing Rivers. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack.
Hey, Rocket!
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Flushed out. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Frank Clark, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. On now, Kaiser, the punter, sending it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
A little closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Had a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
Tempo. Go. 14.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
14, run it.
Now it's Carson, and he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his left. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Come on, let's go. Check 50.
This is Carson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down at will. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Play action. It's Wilson. Out to his left. Wide open. It's Marshall, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 19. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Will Dissly from 19 yards away. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Janikowski good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Out to kick is Janikowski. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. Don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Rivers now on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Give him 30 yards there. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Rivers. Dancing to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. K.J. Wright able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. Flush to his right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up a 3rd and long, but it's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just gave up back-to-back sacks.
3rd and long for Rivers. Escaping the pressure right, and that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, They really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it. Those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
Shifts by him. Always got some breathing room.
All praises for a tremendous return, but how about the guys that never gave up on the play, refused to let him get into the end zone, and tracked him down before he got there and made the tackle? A lot of pride exhibited by guys on special teams.
Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Janikowski now for the point after. Janikowski adds the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Out to kick is Janikowski. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. 2nd down, Rivers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gordon. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this.
Let's go. Left. Right there. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Hey! Room! Buffalo.
Off the play fake here, Rivers. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Ready!
A 2nd down throw for Rivers. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he's brought down. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not at
because
all.
those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a 1st down.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. 1st down, Rivers. He goes full extension, and he's got it. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Rivers on first down. It's caught on the right side. Williams. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rivers. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Chargers have made this a 1-score game. No real hesitation from Anthony Lynn. They're going to go for 2.
Delta! Buffalo wall. 5-4.
To the air again here, Rivers. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, they can catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
And out now come the Seahawks. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Tempo, tempo. Spread left, spread left. Shotgun.
Play action. Now Wilson. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go, let's go. Shotgun.
They go play action with Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Following the interception here, Rivers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
Hey, 79! 79!
On 2nd down, Rivers again. Flushed out right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Well, already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Here's Drew Kaiser now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Davis. And he'll be taken down at the 18. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Gordon trying to run inside, but nothing there. It was Jaron Reed who got him down. 3-4 defense, usually here you'll see the linebackers come up, make those plays, but the nose tackle also vital.
That was so vital because what you just pointed out, normally he eats up blockers that allows the linebackers to get to the ball carrier. In this case, he did his job and then some, and there was no gain at all for the runner.
To throw on second down. Rivers over the middle, complete. That's Bowman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
A first down throw here for Rivers. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll try to get the run game going. Here's Davis. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. Now Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. They go play action now. Wilson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Melvin Ingram in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now Now it's Wilson. Wide open receiver, complete. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? On third and goal, Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And Green with a catch left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. Rivers now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Rivers, and the pressure gets to him again.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
On play action, Rivers. On the run, he'll let this go deep. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He hits Baldwin right side. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size is.
There's Baldwin. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin, 38 yards. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. Janikowski good with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out to kick is Janikowski. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, This too shall pass. This too shall pass. And it finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Looking to throw on second down. Rivers. Allen's got it over the middle. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Rivers now to throw on first down. Allen has it left side. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Desperation time. Rivers on 4th down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off with great anticipation. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return. But I don't think they care. They've got the football back. Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 44. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. He gets it to Baldwin. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Kyle Emanuel in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. throwing again. Rivers on 2nd and 10. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. K.J. Wright in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Snap count threw the defense off. 5-yard penalty. And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Rivers. Open man, it's Allen. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. He got 29 yards that time. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
19.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Spread left, spread left.
They'll try to punch it in with Davis. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
He'll get it up the middle. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. Out to kick is Janikowski. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chargers getting set to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A 2nd down throw for Rivers. Eluding the pressure right. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down, Rivers. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. They go play action. Rivers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary.
And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Frank Clark in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Throwing on 3rd and long. Rivers. Green's got it over the middle. And they just took a timeout with